Okay, so good morning, everybody. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Flipgrid. Some of you, I'm sure, have used it more than others. What I'm going to do today for my agenda is I'm going to go over how to deliver a lesson using Flipgrid and practice using some of the tools. So I am going to do a quick review on some of the features. So some of you that are new will see them. I keep getting a message on my screen. I hope it doesn't kick me out. Some of them, maybe some of you are already familiar with, but I'm going to go through them real quick for those of you that are not familiar with Flipgrid, okay? Am I able to share my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me see. I don't have.
Go down to the bottom and you're going to see present now.
I think you're still representing your screen?
No, I've stopped. And even if I am, you can still present.
I think mine is freezing. Hold on a second.
If you have a slideshow that you can share, you can share it with me and I can present it for you. Ooh, we can't hear you. You're on here twice and you froze on one of them.
Okay, yes, I'm frozen on one of them. Okay,
there we go.
Okay. Yeah, I hope I don't have technical difficulties. Okay, let me see. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen.
There we go.
There we go.
Yes.
Okay. So what I wanted to do, like I said, is how to deliver a lesson using Flipgrid, practice using the tools, how to log in through Google and our YISD email. The other things I'm going to go over is how to use it with your students since we're doing virtual learning. For lower grades, you can use, there's a bunch of different ways. So there's one way to go through, I'm just going to go through the 4 ways really quick and then we'll slow it down. Okay, so one of the ways that we are going to be able to access is through the Flipgrid website. Okay, so you can go straight through the Flipgrid website. Another way is going to be through Google Classroom. So maybe our older kids that are using Google Classroom, you're going to be able to send lessons through Google Classroom. Okay, some of you might use Remind or Dojo, Seesaw. You can also send assignments through these platforms. Okay, and then you can also use a QR code, and that can be used with the cell phone, an iPad, Chromebook, computer. Okay, so these are 4 different ways that it can be used. This resource that I'm going through right now, you have access to. And what I did is I went ahead and created a teacher page and a parent page. Okay, so the teacher page is just going to review and remind you how to assign under that, like say, for instance, this one is Flipgrid website. So this is your parent page. So all you have to do is copy this and give it to your parents. This is how they will access the Flipgrid website. Okay, and then this is your teacher, excuse me, your teacher review to let you know, just to remind you of how to access and assign through this way. Okay. All right. So the first thing I wanted to do is go through Flipgrid. And I'm going to put this on my screen just so that you all can see it, and then we'll have a chance to log in so you can see it from a student view. Okay, so I'm going to quickly go through these tabs. The first one I'm going to go to is my activity. Okay, this is going to show you basically everything that you've done on Flipgrid. This is going to be your least used tab. Okay, you're hardly ever going to go to this. This is just your stats. Okay, it'll have a summary. It has your dashboard, your achievements, videos, just all of that information. Okay. The second one that I want to show you is mixtapes. So this mixtape that I have here, actually, let me go back to the other one, is basically just I combined a bunch of videos here of my favorite videos in one area. Okay. So these are mixed tapes. So if you want to pick like the best of all your videos and put them in one area, this would be where you would do it. We also have our grid pals, which are like pen pals. So these are other educators that are using Flipgrid. Okay, you can choose your grade. You can narrow it down to, let me see. Yeah, you can narrow it down to subject. You're doing arts. Okay, and then you can search to see what other educators and connect with those educators. Okay, Disco Live.
Oh, I'm sorry. It seems like she dropped her connection. It seems like there's a little bit of a lag in time here. So we'll just wait for her to come in. Somebody asked a question about signing in. Don't worry, I have already taken attendance. You're logged into our class. And we'll just give her a minute or two to join us again. Hopefully she'll jump back in a minute. In case you need a link to our agenda for the day, I'm going to go ahead and include that here in our chat. You can go ahead and take a look at the different sessions that will be available. The other thing that I'm going to share with you today is our innovative learning YouTube channel. It's up to her if she gives us access to her slides. That I don't I don't have them, so I can't share them, but we can definitely ask her if she'll let us have access to those. But the link that I just shared in the chat does have it's our link to our YouTube channel. So if you've heard about the Innovative Learning Mini Mondays, we have had a lot of Mini Mondays. Welcome back.
How long was I gone?
A little while.
Oh my God. Okay, I don't know what is going on. It keeps freezing on me and kicking me out.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Okay,
Megan, really quickly, you have control over how things are displayed on your screen, so you can change how her presentation is on your screen. You just need to go to the bottom of your screen on the right side. There are 3 dots. And you'll go to that and you're going to go to change layout. So you have complete control over how large her screen shows up on yours. So again, sorry, Ms. Gomez. Thank you for joining us again.
What was the last thing I said?
Oh gosh, it was you were going over the pen pal kind of thing for Flipgrid.
Okay. All right, so we left off on grid pals. So that's basically where you can connect with other educators. You heard me say that?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Great. Okay, so then the next one, this was the important one. This is the second most visited tab because this is going to hold all your resources for your lessons. This is where other educators share their lessons, and then you can copy them and use them in your own grids. Okay, and then as you can see, you also have other resources here that you can pull from. Okay, so this is probably going to be your second most used tab. Then you have shorts. Your shorts are where you can record a quick video. If you want to send one out to your parents or your kids, you just record a quick video and you send it out. Okay, so then the first one, the most important one, is going to be your grids. This is going to be where you're going to be at most of the time, here and between your Disco library. Okay, so this is where you're going to add your grids and topics for your activities and assignments. Okay, as you can see, I have a lot of grids here. So your grids are going to be where you're going to want to, let me talk about organization. For your grids, as an example, if you have you're not going to put your ELAR and your math together. So for organization purposes, you can have a math grid. Am I still on? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to have
Now we don't see. There we go.
Okay, you're going to have a math grid. And then under your math grid, then you can have fractions, multiplication, you know, all of your topics, all of your content. Then you can have maybe a reading grid, and then you would have all your topics under there. Okay, so that's basically how you can organize yourself. Okay, so here I'm going to show you the, you know what, at this point, let's go ahead and see if we can get everybody logged on to Flipgrid. That way I can share my code with you and you all can go in and see what students see on their side. So what I'm going to go ahead and log out here for those of you that do not know how to log in. I just type in flipgrid.com at the top up here. You can still see my screen, right?
Yes, I'm sharing the link right now.
Okay,
so
thank
if
you.
Just click on that link, you'll get to Flipgrid, and then they're going to join your Flipgrid.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead. Yes, they're going to get to this page, and we're not going to sign in all the way. You are not going to sign in as an educator yet, because I want you to see what a student will see. Okay.
So do you want to share your code, and that way I can put that
yes,
on?
Yes, ma'am. I just want to show real quick where you will enter your code. So everybody should see a screen like this at this point. Okay. So if you're going in as an educator, we would go up here, but we're not. We're going to enter a Flipgrid code. Okay, so let me go ahead and sign in so I can share that code with you. And these are the steps that your students would take also. You would share that code with them. They would put it in, and it will take them directly to the grid that you want them to go to. Okay, so let me share that. All right, and we want to go to this lesson. Whoops. So this is our code.
0F923C26.
Yes.
It's in the chat. So you'll click on the Flipgrid link, and then you're going to join with this code down here.
Yes. If anybody's stuck, please let me know so I can slow down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wait a few seconds to see if everybody can see the student view. Now, if you're going in as a student, you should see this page. It's going to ask you to sign in with your YISD account, so you go ahead and do that through Google. And this is the screen that you should see in front of you. Is everybody okay here so far?
Yes, yeah, they should be good.
Okay, nobody's asking questions, okay. So this is what your students will see. They will see your instructions here. You know, this is, we did this assignment just for a presentation, so we added our TEKs, you know, this is an inferencing assignment. These are their instructions that they will follow. Here we added a couple of attachments. This right here is the students will see, they can click on this right here, and you can play with it also. And it will give you, it will read them the instructions. Okay, that reads the instructions to them. Okay, this is an attachment. And just, again, for presentation purposes, I just went ahead and attached, this is a teacher view. I mean, a teacher document, but I attached it just so you can see you can attach any documents on there. Okay, and then these would be the student pages. Now here, a teacher went ahead and added her video, and this is her lesson.
So we're unable to hear this video. In order for us to hear the video, you can stop sharing and only present a tab. And so you would present that tab alone, and we'll be able to hear the video.
Okay, so I need to move this to a tab?
So what you would do is you would stop presenting.
Stop presenting, okay.
And then now you're going to go down to present now. And you're going to go to a Chrome tab. See, that one says for best video and animation. So if you click on that, then you're going to choose the tab that you want to share. It should give you a list of all the tabs. So you're going to look for your Flipgrid, and then you'll share that one.
Okay. Is it sharing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
and we should have a
Hello,
better
students. Today we're going to be
You can hear it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
listening
good.
to a short excerpt from a read aloud called Miss McBloom, Clean Up Your Classroom, written by Kylie DePuccio and illustrated by Guy Francis. But the purpose for us reading this or listening to this read aloud is because we're going to work on inferences from listening to dialogue and seeing dialogue inside a written story.
Okay, so I'm not going to play the whole thing, but basically she recorded her lesson so that her students could sit there and listen to it. Okay, once they're done, once the student is done, they can come back. They're going to come back here and they're going to record their responses. Okay, you can still see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to come back and you're going to press the green button. The student is going to press the green button and they're going to be ready to record. This is what they see. They see themselves, they're recording. Now, when they're recording, remember those attachments that I added? You can go here, or actually where the instructions are. You click here, and if the student forgot, oh my gosh, I forgot what questions I'm supposed to ask. What did my teacher want me to ask? They can click on this little book, and it's like a little cheat sheet for them. They can click on it, record themselves while they're looking at this, okay? So they would just press record. They forgot what they're supposed to say, so they pull it up and they say, okay, I need to find an important or surprising dialogue or action, then they can go ahead and answer it. So they have their little cheat sheet here in case they forget. Okay, and you can attach anything on your instructions part that you want your students to have access to, okay? Here they have different features that they can access. So they have filters, and this is what makes it fun for them. They have little filters. Some kids will be shy at first to record. They can use the pixel if they don't want to show their face right away, because some will be shy to do that. They have a text where they can add text to their screen. They have their famous emojis. I think that's their favorite. They also can use a whiteboard to draw, and they can use a blackboard. Okay, they can add an image if they had something to upload that you wanted them to upload. Okay. Go back to my normal. Okay, so after that, after they do that, they will click next after they're finished recording. They forgot what they're supposed to say, so they pull it up, they check their clip, they can edit it if they want to, or they can add more if they still have time. Here, they're going to take their selfie, and then they can, again, they have all these features that they can play with. They click next. And their video is ready. Here for the older kids, we had this when they did, we had our kids do a science project and it was linked to a Google slide. So they attached their link right here. Okay, so these are other options that can be used. When they're done, they submit their video. It's complete, and then here's my other video that I just uploaded. Do we have any questions on the student side so far?
No questions that I can see.
No questions. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and flip over to the teacher side. Okay, so now if we can go ahead and go to the teacher side, we're going to go back to flipgrid.com and sign in as a teacher.
And that they can use the Google sign-in, correct?
Yes, I'm going to start from the very beginning. So here we are at flipgrid.com once again. I'm going to go to the top to educator login.
Okay, so we're not seeing that part now. So
I need to switch back.
So at the top of your screen, if you see a button there that says share this tab instead, you can click on that and it'll automatically share that tab.
Okay, here we go. So we're going to sign in as an educator. Now mine, when I went to that educator login, it brought me straight to here. Some of you, it will ask you to sign in with your Google. You choose Google, and then it'll ask you to choose your YISD account, and you choose your YISD account, and it'll bring you to your Flipgrid. Did anybody have any problems with that?
I don't see anybody.
No?
If you have
Okay.
any questions or comments, go ahead and type them into the chat there.
Okay, great. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to adding a new grid. Okay, we're going to add a new grid together so that we can see how we do that. So you're going to add a new grid here. You click the red button, and then you need to name your grid. Okay, so we will name it, I'm going to name it the same thing. Okay. Once you name your grid, it's going to ask you which way would you like to, would you want your kids to access this? I always use school email. Okay, and then we're going to click next. Okay, at this point, it's going to ask you add school email, your domain. It should automatically pop up, but if it doesn't, it's at yisd.net. Okay. And here it says add your student's school email if it's different from yours. If you want to add another domain, you do. We keep it with the school just for safety purposes, and we just use that at yisd.net. Okay, and your grid is ready. So when I click my right here, okay, let me go to your grid, and here it is. Now you can see they've already created one topic here for you. You don't need to use that. You can delete it, which I usually do delete it because I don't use it on actions right here. You can delete your topic. Yes, I want to delete it because I'm not going to need that. Okay, so now I have no topics. So this means that this grid is going to hold all of my inferencing assignments. So I could have an inferencing assignment for week 1, week 2, week 3. This will hold, so let's go ahead and create a topic, okay? I'm going to call this week 1 for my inferencing assignment. Okay. Here is where, remember when the kids are recording and they click that little book for their hints or, you know, little, for their instructions, this is where you're going to type all of that. This is what will give them that information when they click on the book when they are presenting. Okay. So this is where you will add your instructions. So I can say watch video, answer questions, anything that you want to show up, okay? You can choose your recording time. It goes up to 10 minutes now. Now this is going to be your focus. Now you remember the one I showed you where the teacher was giving her lesson? Whatever you choose here is going to show up in that window. So you can record yourself giving a lesson on here. And again, you have 10 minutes. So it can be any lesson that you want to give and record yourself, you can do that here. Okay. You can upload a video if you've already recorded it. You can do YouTube, You can upload an image, emoji. All of these are available to that you can use, okay? Let me see. So when you're done here, this is basically what you'll look at when you create a topic. I'm going to go to more options because you do have more options, but usually once you set the other options, this is the main screen you're going to be looking at. So it has an option for a topic tip. Remember, I had those attachments. This is where you would add those attachments. So if you have worksheets that you want your kids to complete, this is where you would add them. If you have another YouTube video that you want them to access, you can do it here. If you have a Nearpod or anything else that you want to add and you have a link for, you can add it here. And you can add up to 9 links. So, and it tells you right here, you know, Google Docs, Dropbox, YouTube, anything that you have a link for, you can add here, up to 9 of them. And your students will have access when they pull up their video. Here's all the fun features. You know, if you don't want them to do selfies and videos, you can turn it off. But that's part of the fun of using Flipgrid. They just, you know, they like doing that. If you don't want them to add a title to their video, once they submit it, you can take that off. Their video count, sticky notes, video editing, attachment links. If you don't want them to attach anything, you can turn that off. So I usually turn that on, the likes, because sometimes you'll have kids watching each other's and commenting. So then you can turn on the likes, you know, and they get a little thrill out of liking that.
Yeah. So they're asking if you can upload a video longer than 10 minutes.
No, for one video you cannot. I mean, you can make another video, you know, like I did on the bottom, you can make another video. But for that focus video, it will only be 10 minutes.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so once we're done with all these, then you can create your topic. And right here you can see it says save changes to my default settings. If you think this is pretty much how you're going to leave it for the rest of the time, then you can just go ahead and click that. So then we're going to create our topic. Our topic is ready. Okay, so here is where you can share with your students and parents. So this is your Flipgrid code. Okay, so you can copy it and add it to your Google Classroom. I would just click on Google Classroom. It will ask you which classroom you want to go to, and then you just choose it and you go through those steps.
Please come back at 1:30.
I'm sorry. I think somebody has their
microphone.
It's me. I know. I'll fix it.
Okay, and if you're using Dojo or Seesaw, you would just copy it. It's copied into your clipboard. You go to your Dojo. What is it? The Dojo, the where you share with your parents, and you just paste it. Okay, once you get there. There's also this way. You have your QR code here. You can share it this way too. You right-click it. You just click on it. You download it. It comes down here to the bottom. I don't know if you can see my screen. It comes down to the bottom of my screen. I'm going to click on it, and it opens it this way. So from here, I would edit. Same thing, copy, and then paste it wherever I need it pasted. Okay. This one I think we use like lower grades when you're in class. That might be something, if you're not one-to-one device, that would be something that you could use. So the link or the code would probably be the way to go for distance learning. You could send them the code or just the link, and once they click the link, it'll take them straight to the grid. Are we still on?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay, just checking. Okay, so here we are. This is your teacher view. Okay, this is what you see. Now, somebody was asking if you can record more than 10 minutes. So if you need, maybe you need more than 10 minutes and you recorded some of it here, you got to your 10 minutes, you do have the option of recording here. So you could do another 10 minutes here on recorder response. Okay, because this is for you, for the teacher to go ahead and record more. Okay. Now, I wanted to show you all something that is a new feature also for, let's see. Okay. Now, these 3 dots on the bottom, when you record, let's say you're going to record a lesson for your students, the 3 dots down here are more video options for you. The kids also have access to this. You can record your lesson. So if you're showing them, I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to show you, I'm going to do my screen, right? And if you can see right here, it put me in the corner. I'm going to go ahead and go to, let's go to this. I want to teach my kids how to use these slides. So this is, I'm giving my lesson. They can still see me in the corner over here. I can be doing a read aloud. I can be doing a lesson on my whiteboard. I can be doing a lesson through Nearpod. Any lesson, I'm capturing my screen right here. Okay, I go back, stop recording because I'm done with my lesson. And you can see.
So we can't hear your audio on that because you're not sharing a single tab.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me see. I can't find the tab share. It's not giving me the option.
Oh, because you're already sharing? So you would have to stop sharing?
Okay. Well, I mean, basically what it did is it recorded everything I just said to you all. You know, it's going through the slides, and I'm talking. They can hear me talking, and they can see me talking while I'm giving them their. And yes, somebody said it's like Screencastify. It is, without having to go to another. You know, so if you did a Screencastify, you can upload your video. If you have a quick lesson that you want to do just through Flipgrid, you can do it the same way. But yes, it is like Screencastify. And the nice thing is that the kids also have access to this when they're recording their video. If you want them to be presenting something, and they can present this way also. Okay, so I would do the same thing. It's asking me for a selfie again. And then I can do a little emoji. And then you can make it as big as you want. And then my video is complete. And here it is. This is my focus video. So when I update my topic, there's my video. Okay. And again, here's, oh, this is the other teacher part that I wanted to show you. So remember I told you this is where it will read.
And we can't hear the audio on that.
Okay.
Yeah, anything with audio, you'll need to present just the one tab.
So I need to stop presenting first?
Yes, ma'am. Stop presenting and then go down to Present Chrome tab.
Got it. I hope I'm in the right one. Okay, here we go. Okay.
Questions.
Oh,
So,
okay. Did you type it into the chat? Oh.
Did I type?
Oh, the question. Oh, that was the, I'm sorry, it was the,
Yeah.
it was the reading. Go ahead.
It's reading. Okay.
Watch video.
So again, this will
Answer questions.
This will read it to them. Now, the nice thing is that we have, if you click on each word, it gives them a picture. So this is a really nice feature, okay? Now on the teacher part, you have settings that you can use a male voice, you can slow it down, you can speed it up, okay? Over here, you have reading preferences. So if you don't want pictures, you can turn that off. You can translate to any language. So if you need the Spanish version, you put your translator on. Line focus, you can change it to just show one line. You can also do paragraphs. Since I don't have that many, it's not giving me that option, but you can do 3 lines, you can do 5 lines, so either way, okay? And this kind of helps them, like, as it's reading it to them, it just focuses on one. Okay. There was something else right here. Text preference, you can also make it bigger, smaller. Okay. And you can change your theme. Grammar, this was what I really like. If you're just focusing on nouns, you can highlight just the nouns. If you're doing verbs, you would highlight just the verbs. Okay, so that's the grammar options there. So all of this can also be edited. You can change that all in your little book right here with the speaker. Okay. Do we have any questions so far?
No. No. It looks like everything is answered. Somebody was having some trouble logging in with their Isleta email. I hope I did put some directions in there. I hope that helped so that they could log in with their Isleta account instead of a personal one. But other than that, it looks cool. It looks good.
Okay, good. How much time do we have?
It is 10:04. So we are on here until 10:10. So you have 6 minutes.
Okay, great. So what I wanted to do is show you, I want to go visit that Disco library again to show you how to copy a lesson that somebody has already put up, okay? So we're going to go back to Disco library at the top tab. And here we are, we're down here. Okay, I'm going to scroll all the way down. I'm going to choose my audience, which is elementary school. I'm also going to choose language arts. And since my grid is on inferencing, I'm going to go ahead and type in inference to get a more specific search on lessons. And you can see all these lessons that popped up are inferencing lessons. So I'm going to go, let's see, we're going to look at this one right here. So when you pull it up, you will see that the teacher that added this has all of the instructions already in there. Okay. So what I can do, if I'm just looking for assignments, I could add it to my favorites so I don't lose it. Okay, I'm going to add this to my topic because I like this lesson, I want to use it. So I'm going to go up here to the blue tab and I'm going to select my grid. I'm going to choose this grid because this is the new one that I made. So I'm going to go to my inferencing grid. I'm going to choose it and I'm going to go ahead and add it. Okay. Once I add it, it automatically takes me to my edit page. Because you can eliminate all of the instructions if you want to. You can make any changes. You can leave it the way it is exactly and just use it as is. Or if you have something you want to add, something you want to delete, change, you still have that option. If you want to change your focus, you can delete it and add another one, a different one. So this is where you can add or delete. You make your own changes. Okay, you can change it to what suits your lesson. And here it is. So if I go back to my grid, which is my inference grid, here is the lesson that I added to my grid. And that was from the Disco library. We have any questions on that so far?
No, I think we
No?
all okay.
Okay, great. So
3 minutes.
okay, so basically that is how we use Flipgrid for lessons. You know, yes, ma'am.
There is a question. Are new lessons added to the Disco library? There are none on SEL.
There's none on SEL?
That's
See,
what
I thought
they're
we
saying.
had, okay. Let me see, I thought I had seen. Did you type in here?
Social emotional. I saw it right there. There was social emotional under subject.
Yeah, see, here we go.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. And you saw it on here on subjects also.
I think I saw social. Oh no.
Social studies.
Social
But
studies.
I just typed it in here in the search right here,
Mhm.
and it popped these up.
Okay.
These did pop up.
So Susan, I hope that answered your question. I hope you were able to find something there that'll work for you.
So on this, I'm going to go back to this real quick. Do I need to, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
We're in the Disco library, correct?
No, let me do this. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, so we're back on my, the resource that you all have. So like I was saying, you know, I did make a teacher page and a parent page, so you all have that. This is just, I added a couple of pages just as a reminder what each of these features are and how to use them. Okay, so these are just little reminders for you all in case you get stuck and forget where to find something. That's what all of these are for. Okay, so I just added those. I do have my information at the top. If anybody needs any help or anything, feel free to text me. You can email me, but you can also text me if you find that you have any questions later when you start playing around with Flipgrid.